Sports Life Talk.
Hey,
Cause this is Sports Life Talk.
hey,
You rock it with Sports Life Talk.
Life Talk.
Hot topics with Sports Life Talk. So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Here we go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown our podcast, that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. 5 total strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing up. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Miss Manhattan. Gemini Jones holds the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. United Surgeon B. Jones, I'm out to the south. From the cover athlete to the yeet of the week. We got what you need, we dropping what's hot in the streets. From copping new sneaks to locals popping, doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pour you a dream. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, let the show begin. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, now let the show begin.
Let's go.
Yeah, what it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. Listen to me, Kevin. I'm so used to doing you got next.
Wrong show, buddy.
Welcome back to Sports Life Talk Live. It is Wednesday night, and you're rocking with the dopest and the livest podcast in the game right now. We are 4.5 years running, and we're still going strong. And nothing gets us more geared up than a Wednesday night to let our hair back and to kick our feet up and to kick it with the Sports Life Talk family. Welcome to another episode. This is episode K 2.0. That's right. If you were with us last week, we represented Kara Lawson, but you know what? Kara Lawson's so dope, we had to run this thing back and do it twice. That's right. We honored Kara Lawson, the player, as well as the head coach. But before we get into her amazing story and we start telling y'all about what makes Coach Lawson so absolutely phenomenal, let me introduce the crew who y'all rocking with here tonight, just in case we got any first time viewers out there. You know, they always say ladies first. Look, she's scratching her ear. What is up, Miss Manhattan? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm happy to be back. You know, last week I was in Ohio. So yeah, happy to be back here with y'all. But I miss Pam. Like, it seems like we keep just like crossing each other's paths.
Time and attendance. That's all I know. We gonna meet. We're gonna have a meeting next Saturday, and we'll discuss it. But since you weren't here last week, and Pam were, Kevin, I don't know. We might need to do a little bit of trivia at the end of this. You want to take her through trivia, KT?
Yeah, let's go to trivia, man. I like that, man. That made my day last Wednesday.
We'll do some more trivia tonight during the pick six, but y'all heard the man, the myth, the legend, the Gator himself. There it is, the head coach, Cam. What's good, fam? I get tired of seeing you just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We do this too much.
Can you stop talking so I can talk real quick?
Ain't.
He is I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. How's it going, B. Jones, man? I'm always glad to see you. That means we're working.
We working like Missy Elliott. If you're working, let it working. Put your game down, flip it and reverse it. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all crazy. We're gonna have a good night tonight. We're gonna turn up. Who got the drinks? Miss Manhattan, I know you don't do your drink of the week no more, but we sipping on something tonight? Nah, let's stop. It's kids.
Yeah, we're sipping on something tonight. I said I was gonna chill on drinking, but it's not quite September 1st yet. So I am having some red wine. I went to Walmart last night. Shocking, super shocking, I know. But I found a bottle of wine for $9, and it's the Menage a Trois.
Okay.
Hold on. Are you talking about wine? I know, B. Jones. I'm trying to be funny.
Yeah, it was me, the wine, and the glass. So there's a.
Okay. Well, let's get this thing cracking. KT, the head coach of Miss Manhattan. Let's go. Hey, welcome to this episode. It is August the 29th. We're about to go live. We're about to kick this thing off. But let's tell y'all a little bit more why we are honoring the legendary head coach and player, the Tennessee Volunteer herself, Kara Lawson.
Welcome
welcome to this special episode of Sports Life Talk, where we dive deep into the world of sports legends. Today, we have the honor of celebrating a true trailblazer in basketball, Kara Lawson. Known for her sharp shooting, leadership, and relentless drive, Kara has made her mark as a WNBA champion, an Olympic gold medalist, a groundbreaking broadcaster, and now the head coach of Duke women's basketball. From her days of dominating the court to inspiring the next generation, Kara Lawson's journey is one of perseverance, passion, and purpose. Let's get ready to explore the incredible story of K-Law, a name synonymous with greatness in the world of sports.
K-Law, Kara Lawson, man. Kevin and I have had the privilege. We have never actually shook Kara Lawson's hand, but I've been extremely close to Kara Lawson. It's coming. But I sat close enough to Kara Lawson to where if I had like a Skittle or something, I could have just hit that thing about 5 feet and it would have hit Kara.
We were right behind her, B. Jones, in Dallas.
Right behind. Yeah, a couple of times. In Dallas, in Chicago.
She's always so locked in. I'm like,
I ain't mess with Coach Lawson. So absolute focus. But y'all know every good show. Y'all watch the football games or the basketball game, and they start off with that starting lineup, and they be like, the players to watch today. Welcome to the Playmakers. Let's go.
Oh, Lord, that was such a good intro. Almost. You brought it in too clean, B. Jones. I wasn't prepared. I was hypnotized for a second. I was like, oh, Playmakers. That was a key word. All right, so this week on our You Got Next series, we dropped Coach Mo Sumner from Elizabeth City State, Amber Reisner, assistant coach from Yale, Carly Berger, that's our sister for real, Carly Berger, very dope. All these coaches are dope, but Carly, she's something special. She's from Creighton, and the funny thing is about these shows, we've been to all three of those schools twice. You're mute.
I never paid attention to that, Kevin. I never knew once about that. So give me the schools again. So
Creighton.
Yep, the 2 coaches we've interviewed in 4 years. Okay.
Elizabeth City State.
That's right. 2 coaches we've interviewed there 4 years. Yeah.
And Yale. We've been there.
Wow, that is absolutely nuts, man. Well, shout out to those 3 and those 3 universities show us love. So you know what? I stand on those schools. What's up, man?
Today we dropped Shamaya Francis.
The big ticket.
6'3", big ticket. She's dope. We finally got a chance to see her play live. It didn't disappoint.
Oh, wait.
And on Friday, we're going to drop one. I was a little disappointed in some of her taste during the show, but she's very dope. Jalen Housley. So be on the lookout for that one on Friday.
Was that your low-key way of saying that you lost?
Nobody wants to bring that up, B. Jones. We just need to move on. I think KD wants to talk now.
All right, let's go. All right, well, listen, before KD gets on the microphone and we give our Woman Crush Wednesday and all of that good stuff, we got to do our local athletes. And, sometimes I like to honor people that have had amazing performance. This is our way of just showing back the city of Dallas some love. But today, I want to give some kids who took some brutal blows here over the summer. And number 1 would be JC Albee, who was the top player. And in my opinion, I don't care. She's a Sports Life Talk ranked number 1 player in the class of 2026, representing right there out of Legion Prep. Last year, she won the state title with Frisco. And so, we got to show her Frisco Liberty, by the way. And she just went through a surgery. We're wishing her and her family all the best. And the other one, she actually won a national championship with Montverde over the summer. And now she is back home. So the city better be wide now. That's right. We got Finley Chastain is back in the building. And we love watching her play. She's super dope. Probably got one of the nastiest jump shots in the country. An absolute sniper. Dead shot. So she went through an injury over the summer, but she had the opportunity to talk to her recently. She hit me up and she said, "Yo, Mouth of the South, I'm ready to go." So Faith Family is gonna be a fun program to watch. So shout out to those 2 athletes, JC and Finley. We rooting for y'all. Can't wait to see y'all hoop again. I know Finley, we'll see you sooner. but we can't wait to rock with y'all. So y'all keep doing y'all thing. We praying for y'all. And our throwback episode for those of you who are new to the You Got Next program. If you've never heard of the You Got Next program, Kevin and I, we record episodes with coaches from all different sports, mostly women's basketball. That's kind of our niche, but we just so happened last year to dip off into the football game because y'all know I'm a diehard football fan. That was my first passion. And we got the opportunity to interview recent Alabama commit quarterback Keelan Russell, who committed to Alabama over the summer. He switched from SMU, but he was a state championship, two-time state championship on an amazing Duncanville Pantherette team. So shout out to Keelan. I can't wait. I think this dude is gonna make a run for top 10, top 15 recruit in the country, KT. That's how dope and how good I think Keelan is. So shout out Keelan Russell. We love you, boy. Keep doing your thing, man. We're going to be out there to watch you play here pretty soon. Let's go, KT.
Jones, the crazy thing is we got to root for Alabama now.
I know. Well, we already had to. I'm rooting for Alabama this year anyway. And I know people are like, what? Gasp? Well, we got one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make y'all. That's what I was just about to say. We got the eighth wonder of the world. Casey Poe came on our show. He committed to Alabama. We got a root for Tennessee with Warren Benedict. We got a root for Georgia with Joseph Jonye. So I'm all over the place right now. I'm professional, and I'm gonna show my love for people who I know who rock with me before I show alliance and allegiance to a school. So I'm all y'all might see, I don't know what y'all gonna see me pull up in as far as team gear over this next summer. But Kevin, we gonna let you do it, Miss Manhattan. You're back. Welcome back to the show. We gonna let you go and tell us what is our business of the week this week, Miss Manhattan.
Okay, so like I said, I was in Ohio last week, and I actually got a chance to visit the Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. So I was in Cleveland, but I was able to drive it. Canton was about an hour away from Cleveland. And y'all, this was like the best experience that I've had my entire life. Like when it comes to museums and visiting things that pertains to like history and stuff. So if y'all ever get a chance, of course, to the listeners too, I definitely recommend visiting Canton, Ohio to visit the Football Hall of Fame. There's so many interactive things to see the history of the NFL from the beginning to current. It was amazing. Everybody who works there actually wants to be there. It's like volunteers. They're not really, I don't think they're employed for the museum. So it's like volunteers that want to be there and love to tell the story and the history. It's very interactive, so you could touch things. They have a theater where they talk about random objects from the start of the NFL to present day. Let's see what else. There's also a interactive, I don't want to say it's like a ride, but like, you know how you go to Universal Studios or like Six Flags.
Camera and it's like a screen. I know what you're talking about.
It's like an actual interactive thing, and it's like inside. It puts you inside of the what do you call it? The locker room. And the audio in it literally feels like you're inside of a locker room, and it has like all these jerseys around you. It was actually made by Disney, so y'all can only imagine how real it felt and how dope it was to see. So the Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, y'all have to see it at least once in your life. So yeah, that's my local business of the week.
Kevin, let's end the take there because I gotta ask a question that I don't want them to see. I need to help understand. I need you to help me understand how the salary cap for these NFL franchises are $200-something million. CD Lamb just signed a contract that's guaranteeing him a ridiculous amount of money, and people gotta volunteer. These people got to come down there for free. They need to boycott. They need a union or something. I can't believe you got to give up your salary.
Wait. They don't get paid?
No, they volunteer.
Yeah, it's volunteers, and they make sure to let you know that they are volunteers. And then let me tell y'all how like what's the word when they're dedicated, how dedicated they are to this job. There's a guy that usually works there like a certain time of the year. Well, something has him. He's actually from London. or from somewhere in the UK. But they set up this like TV thing, and because he has to be away, and so he's actually like, you could walk by him and you could talk to him about NFL facts, and he's just on his computer at home in London, and he'll ask you questions. So of course, tons of people.
That's dope. Yes, I 1000% think that's dope, but I don't understand why he ain't getting paid when everybody else in the NFL.
You gotta get free tickets or something to the games of their choices.
It's gotta be something, Kevin. It ain't no way I'm just doing that for fun. I'm sorry. I love the NFL, but I'm holding my hand out every time I walk through that door. I need a ticket, a signed autographed jersey, or something.
Something. That's ridiculous, man.
That's absolutely ridiculous. All right. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. That might be one of the dopest businesses of the week that we've ever had. Kevin, we got to stop in Canton on our way to a couple of those schools up there. But let's go, Kevin. Do we have a Woman Crush Wednesday? Do we got somebody we want to show some love?
We're gonna crush on 3 people, and they're from the WWE. We've had them on before.
Kevin,
Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. The reason they got it this week is they, wrestlers, they pretty much make their own outfits.
I know Bianca did. I didn't realize everybody did.
They have somebody that does it for them, or they have to do it themselves.
But they give them the physical design, like, hey, this is what I see. Yeah. Somebody, okay.
What happened is Simone Biles, Jordan, and another gymnast, they all had a uniform, and all 3 of them, they tagged together, and they each had one of those uniforms on when they performed. So the entire match uniform. So shout out to them.
That's fire. Okay. I like that. All right, let's get this thing going, and let's keep this show rocking. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Kickoff Question. KT, tell us a little bit about Kara Lawson's amazing career, man. Before we go through, we are honoring Kara Lawson tonight in episode 230-ish. K-Law has been so impressive. Kevin, tell us a little bit about her career, man.
All right, so in 2005, she won the WNBA championship with the Sacramento Monarchs, who are no longer around, which they need to bring back. That's a whole nother story. In 2007, she was selected as an all-star during her time with the Monarchs. She had a 13-year WNBA career, and she played for the Monarchs, the Connecticut Sun, and Washington Mystics. In 2008, she was recognized as one of the best bench players in the league. She won the 6th Woman of the Year. And she's also a member of the 10th anniversary WNBA All-Decade team.
And if you look back at her career, Kara kind of played when they didn't have like all these 5 stars, but she was still one of the most highly regarded high school players in the absolute nation. She has dominated literally her entire career, and now she has Duke on the precipice of doing some major things. So for a Sports Life Talk t-shirt, I didn't do the trivia question earlier today. I was saving it a little bit into the show. So for a Sports Life Talk t-shirt, before we get to this kickoff question, I want to know, what year did Don Staley take over the Duke Blue Devils? As a matter of fact, I may do some more giveaways throughout this show. But what was the first year that Kara Lawson took over as the head coach of the Duke Blue Devils?
Yeah, I was hoping you switched that because you said Don Staley at first. Then you came back and said Kara Lawson.
Oh, well, thank you, man. Thank you for correcting me. I mean, right now I'm having a good time.
I know, man. I see you just focused.
Well, I'm focused. I'm looking at a lot of different things right now. I'm looking at a lot of different things right now. The content is crazy. We having a good show, but thank you for the correction, Kevin. Just take the other clip out. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing.
Yeah, I like when you mess up so people can just see your flaws. Come on, let's go.
Wait, the audacity. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, keep your friends close and your enemies close, ladies and gentlemen.
Gemini's not here tonight, so I got to shoot shots at somebody. I can't do it at KD because she won't show up next week. So I got to keep building her up. Positive reinforcement. That's what we're going to do.
Make sure when you're shooting shots with that pea shooter, you ready for somebody to bring out one
of
them.
I don't miss.
All right, y'all. Let's go. Let's kick this show off with a question. And Kevin, I don't know where we inspired this question from, but I want to know, what is your favorite player turned coach? What is your favorite player turned coach? Kevin, we'll start with you since you came up with this question.
Well, last week, if you watch episode 230, everyone should know by now Who my favorite basketball players of all time? No other than Anthony Penny Hardaway. You know, he played at Memphis. He was really good at Memphis. Before injuries derailed his career, B. Jones, he was a dog. Now he went back home, and he's the head coach of the Memphis program. So Penny Hardaway, that's my favorite player turned coach.
All right, Miss Manhattan, who was a coach, who was a player that you followed their career, or you were interested in them, considering Odell ain't retired yet. Who was your favorite player turned coach?
Okay, so we got Deion Sanders.
Good one.
Of course, he played for the Cowboys, and I believe he played another sport other than football, right? It was
baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah. And I think it was just shocking to see. I've never imagined him getting into coaching, but he's doing his thing in college football. So gonna go with him.
I'm gonna step off the beaten path a little bit. And at first I was gonna go Jason Kidd, because I was a big time Jason Kidd fan. As a matter of fact, speaking of Duke Blue Devils, I was watching some highlights when Jason Kidd and Lamar Murray defeated the Duke Blue Devil team in the tournament, which was a really big thing. So Jason Kidd is definitely one. But also, Kevin, you remember you used to call yourself the Ed Reed of podcasting? Well, Ed Reed is a coach. I know people are like, he'll coach a team. Well, he's still a coach. He's still a coach. And I used to love watching Ed Reed play. He is from the great state of Louisiana. He had actually took over an HBCU program, him along with Eddie George, and things didn't work out. They didn't want to pay no money. And Ed Reed was like, this is disrespectful. But shout out, my coach is going to go to Ed Reed. You know what I'm talking about? He was a dog on the football field. Love watching him play. And I'm hoping he get an opportunity like the head coach of the Gerard Mayo. He up there. I watched Gerard Mayo do some things on the football field, as well as D'Amico Ryans. Saw D'Amico Ryans play football, and the coach Antonio Pierce. So I seen all of them dudes do their thing on the football field, and now they all NFL head coaches. So shout out to all of them. That was my little cheesy way of trying to get as many players or coaches as I possibly could. Katie, I can take one for you, right? I can take one for you. Is that cool? But like I can use one of your slots because Kevin gave one, you gave one. Don't worry about it. All right,
I don't remember giving you one. It was kind of forcefully taken.
Okay.
So.
Don't worry about it. Shoot shots. All right, here we go. Kevin, this is a question that I swear comes up every single year. And I don't know why we have to keep having this conversation. Things ain't that difficult. Football season starts every year at the beginning of August. You know it. I know it. It's not a surprise. We come up on this time every year. Matter of fact, it's synonymous with back to school and my birthday. I'm going to help all of y'all out. But still, between the months of August to January, people insist on doing what is done every day at the Justice of the Peace in tying the knot and having their nuptials, Kevin. And I want to know, is it wrong? Would you go to a wedding that is scheduled on a Saturday, I'm going to say a Saturday or a Sunday during football season, Kevin? Are you going to weekend weddings during football season?
So I'm gonna get a little deeper, B. Jones. October 12th is normally the day where weddings are scheduled. So just check this out this year. Ohio State versus Oregon. Okay. Texas versus Oklahoma.
Dang.
Ole Miss versus LSU. Penn State versus USC. To answer your question, it's a hell no. Stop being selfish, y'all. Nobody wants to come to your wedding on the Saturday during football season. It just makes no sense.
Nobody want to come to your wedding during football season, man. I went to a wedding one time, and all the dudes in that thing, we all huddled around in the corner looking at a 7-inch iPhone screen because we trying to keep up with the LSU game. What the hell are you thinking? Don't nobody care about you and your relationship. Hey, have a good marriage. We love you. Here your knife set from Sears. Go do your thing. Stop scheduling. And I know why they do it, Kevin. It's fall. It's pretty. I 1,000% understand it. The weather is better because you can't have an outdoor wedding in the summer. You're gonna sweat all that Mary Kay off. But Miss Manhattan, Miss Manhattan, tell us, are you going to a wedding? I know we know you're not a diehard football fan, but are you going to a wedding during football season?
Y'all, okay, I cannot stand weddings. I will show up late to weddings, and the only reason why I end up going to weddings is because it's like open bar where I ain't got to pay for drinks.
Did she just admit to being a lush on the show? She going to weddings and stuff with open bar.
Drink, y'all. She's just going for a drink.
Yeah, so like KT just said, like October. What day was that? October 12th.
October the 12th. I can tell you right now, based off that schedule, Kevin, I'm not going nowhere on October 12th.
Exactly.
I ain't going nowhere on the 11th either. I'm gonna make sure
I ain't gonna lie though. I might pull up to Tallahassee on October the 12th though. Kevin know why. We might end up pulling up to Tallahassee. But let me ask you this question, Miss Manhattan. Since you took the low road, you took the low road. I'm talking about you scratching, you shaking hands with the devil. That was so low. But let me ask you this question, because one day you got to do it. You got to tie that knot. I'm pretty sure somebody out there that's watching this right now that's gonna win you over. That's gonna woo your heart over.
Well, I'm glad that you're optimistic about it, because I surely in the hell ain't.
And you will be smitten, and he is going to get on that knee and he's going to propose. And at that point in time, you will lose all common sense, and you're gonna have to schedule a wedding. And at that point in time, it's gonna be based off of your preferences. When are you will you schedule a wedding on Saturday, October the 12th?
No, I would do, like you say, weddings happen every day at the JP Courts. We're going to be in New York City on a rainy day, just frolicking through the city.
Yeah! Clap for an everyday champ. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. Stop getting married in the fall. That's probably, you know how they say 50% of marriages don't work out? They happen in the fall. All right, y'all, let's go. Kevin, who will win the national championship in college football this upcoming season, man? Who are you predicting right now? We already saw some of these schools. You saw Florida State kind of go out there and they went 4,000 miles to Ireland and took one for the team. But Kevin, who is going to win the college football playoff this year?
You know how I'm going to go, B. Jones?
Who?
They need to win it. This coach needs a win, B. Jones.
I want to know who you're going with.
I'm going with Ohio State. Ryan Day has to win it this year, B. Jones. He has to beat Michigan. He definitely has to beat Michigan, but I'm going to go with Ohio State to win it this year.
Man, I know people are going to get mad at me. I come from an era of Ric Flair. I don't watch wrestling as much as KT watch it, but I come from a line of people that say in order to beat a man, you gotta beat the man. You know what I'm talking about? Ric Flair said that it means something. And as far as I know, Georgia has one of the best recruiting classes year in and year out. And I know they didn't win it last year but the only reason they didn't win it last year is because they lost in the SEC championship game, and they were deprived that opportunity. But I think Georgia is going to go into that thing and going to raise all hell. And I still think they just stacked all the way through and through. So I'm predicting Georgia. And another thing, Kevin, it's kind of like we look at these rankings, and Shedeur Sanders is one of the top quarterbacks. Quinn Ewers out of Texas is one of the top quarterbacks. A couple other top quarterbacks in the country as well. But look who right there, the quarterback for the University of Georgia, Carson Beck. He is, and like some people got this kid as predicted to be the number one quarterback and the number one pick in the 2025 NFL draft. When I see stuff like that, it's hard for me to just overlook that and say that they not gonna be there right when the smoke clears. So right now, like I said, in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. To me, Georgia is the absolute man. They a grown man, and I don't see nobody. I don't beat them at all. Now, Kevin, Jim, you know what? I owe you an apology because I was about to straight overlook you. I'm like, she ain't watching football, but you might have a team. Now,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Who you predicting to win the championship this year?
I can't predict it because I haven't really kept up with college football so far to know what's happening. So you'll have to ask me like a couple of games in.
Okay.
But who I would like to see win, but I know they're not.
Just blindly pick one.
Yeah, Texas.
damn, Texas might win it because it always happens.
They got a good shot though.
Yeah,
they got a good shot.
Yeah, they got a good quarterback. They got a great
They'll
backup.
be in the top 12. They definitely be in the playoff.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I think Oklahoma and Texas is about to be in it for a rude awakening going through that SEC schedule, KT. That's not easy to go one loss or undefeated, and you at least
you can lose 2 games now. You can lose 2 games.
You can lose 2?
Yeah. Because if you go look at the gauntlet of the SEC, you know what I'm saying?
You can lose 2 and come out of the SEC, but it's only so many SEC teams gonna get in. You already got to put one there for Alabama, Ole Miss. I'm just saying it's a lot of good SEC schools. Georgia, LSU, right there. I don't know if we're a 2-loss team. We might be a 3 or 4-loss team, but we right there too. So I don't know, man. That's gonna be tough for Texas and OU to come out. I like OU and I like Texas. I don't know. One of them will be in the 4. In the top 12. I just don't know which one of those teams will be in the top 12. But speaking of the Big 12, Mike Gundy, in my opinion, has taken it. It took us a whole 2 years for somebody to get creative and figure out a way to do something crafty with NIL. Mike Gundy has absolutely done something crafty with NIL, but before he made that announcement of how he hacked the NIL, he came out with some very courageous comments on national television in which he told the players and their agents, no more negotiations. Cut it off. Don't call me no more. Get in the portal if you want to, but we ain't talking money no more. You had all summer to talk money. We not negotiating no more. It's time to focus on football. Kevin, what was your first initial thoughts when you saw Gundy come out with this?
I'm not a real Mike Gundy fan, but I do agree with him on this one. Like you said, you had all summer to come and talk to us about money. Now it's time to put the pads on and you represent Oklahoma State, or you're not. It's that simple. But the idea he came up with the barcode.
We'll talk about that in a second. Because regardless of what you felt about his because listen, my first reaction was yours, KT. My first reaction was 1,000% unequivocally like, hey, I'm a fan. I'm like, it's time for football. All this other stuff, I don't care about nothing else but about the box scores on Saturday at this point in time. Of course, I care about the human interest pieces, about the kids who come back, the walk-ons. I love all of that. I love everything about college football, from the environments, the spectacles, the amazing performances. It's all great. But NIL has become a very relevant part. And as soon as I got out my feelings, I started thinking like a businessman, right? Some of these kids ain't got a pro curriculum, Kevin. We watching right now kids who are all Americans or all conference or some of the best players in their divisions and on their team. They just got cut on Monday. And they don't have that income anymore to reside on. So these kids only get a 4 or 5 year window to maximize this money, this opportunity to make money. So with that being said, I can't blame somebody for saying I need a little bit more. You know what? I want more. I see what you did with this other person, and I want more. Now, maybe they need to start making the kids sign an NDA, or maybe they need to create like open negotiations.
They have contracts, like 1 year contracts.
I'm almost certain they got contracts, Kevin. I'm almost certain NIL is not a handshake type deal. But
I know what you mean. I'm talking about just, hey, this is how much we're going to pay you this year. Point blank, period. Now, if you want to come back, like he said, in February, then we can talk again. But now,
you know what, Kevin? We got CD said, hey, I'm under. CD is under contract. CD was not a free agent. CD was under contract, but he said, I'm worth more. I'm not playing. And these kids and their families and their agents, they see this stuff happening in the NFL. And so if you're worth it, my only thing, I would deliver a message to these kids and say, be careful, right? Because Janet Jackson had a song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? You know what I'm saying? It come a point to where, you know, it's a lot of competition and you're vying for this extra money, and people start saying it's the juice worth the squeeze, right? And getting in that portal and get your money, get your bag. But I'm just telling y'all, please be smart about it. And I'm with you, Kevin. It come a point in time I'm ready to watch. I'm just ready to watch football.
If that's the case, B. Jones, if you're not producing, can I take some money from you?
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying?
But Mike Gundy made up for it. Good old Mike Gundy. He came back and he said, Michael Gundy, Theatrics Gundy came back and said, you know what? I have revolutionized, and he gave credit to his people, his somebody at Oklahoma State, like they had a team of people that came up with it, but they came up with an amazing idea in which the ball is basically we're crowdfunding football players now. Me as a fan at home can watch the game. A player makes an amazing play. I can get the hashtag or the emblem or the logo off his helmet, and I can donate money to him for his performance. So it goes back to the old $20 handshakes. You remember them, KT? Like after a game, you do good, or even when you go to elementary, the Pop Warner Pee Wee League, they give you helmet stickers and they give you all kind of awards for doing great on the football field. It's the same principle now. We as the fans can support and root on our favorite players, and when they do good things, we can put money into them. They even have a subscription. Like you can donate. Hey, I want a reoccurring $10 on this player every month and help secure that player they money as well and keep them tied to the team. Kevin, I thought this was just absolutely phenomenal. Revolutionary. I don't know how it took us 2 years to get here. Like, why? That should have been day one. that should have been day one. And I'm gonna even go one point out before I hand it over to you, Kevin. I really want to see the WNBA and some other organizations adopt this crowdfunding type mentality. Kevin, what are your thoughts about Gundy's revolutionary idea?
I love it. It's brilliant. Like I said, I don't even like that dude that much, but this was amazing. I would love for them to do that, like even with high school players now.
Even with high school. Well, some states don't allow NIL for high school, but yeah,
what I mean. Yeah. If somebody did it in Texas, there's plenty of players right here that we rock with. I'll shoot them about $20 every month. Yeah, I can take that 20 out of my account. Go ahead.
Hey, what you think, Ms. Manhattan? What you think about the idea? I tried to tease it up as much as I could for you. If you got any questions, I'll answer them. But it's pretty simple. You can watch the game on Saturday and donate money to your favorite players now.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I think it's a good idea. I always just think of like the negative of it. Yeah, I don't really want to say my negative thoughts on here, though.
Well, I want to hear your negative. That's what we're here for. We're here for it. What is your negative? Please.
I think, like, maybe just if one person is doing good and just not getting as much as the other because of the fan base. Because, like, I could like you personally, but, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of scary. I don't know. Well, and then it kind of opens the world of like other things too. I don't know, to where it's like we're taking away playing for the love of the game and it's like about money. But then if you get more money, then it's kind of like I'm gonna do my best. I don't know.
I see what you're saying, and that's clearly like a mama. That's a mama's.
Yeah. You got to promote yourself too.
I was just about to say, you got to promote yourself. Media. Yep, get on social media, make some tackles. Be a dog. And listen, I get you, KD, damn it. You're right. The kids at Harvard won't get that much. But when they go to Harvard, they're going to retire with a degree. They need
when they graduate, they're going to get paid.
They're going to get paid. So, you know what? I'm rooting for these kids some of these kids are professional players and they may not ever make it professional. Get as much money as you possibly can. That's why if y'all got into this AAU scene, for those who are not familiar, I've been indoctrinated into the AAU scene through girls basketball. It's a big business. It is a squillion-dollar business right now that these kids are trying to go in and showcase their talent, and they're not getting paid for that. Yeah, some of the best players in the country may get a free jersey, some free sneakers, and the opportunity to play, maybe some free plane tickets and room and stuff, but they're not making that kind of money, and that's what this is all about. That's what the Summer 707 is all about. So it's big business everywhere. Pay the kids, and if you're a kid at Harvard right now, you want more money? Work hard and go to Florida State. Go to LSU. I go to Alabama. I don't know what to tell you. Just go play for the schools that's got the fan bases. That's all I can say about it. I don't see a negative in this. And one thing I will say before we get off of this one is that y'all know that there has been, like, if you go to some of these players' Twitter pages and stuff like that, they had a little dollar sign. They have already had it set up to where you could donate money to these kids. Even if you go to Kevin and I do research on players all the time. We go to their college pages. It's a little thing that says you could donate money, and they have a business set up to where, like, if you want to get that person to do a commercial for you, there's a way you can click on a link right there and let that kid know, like, hey, I want you to do some business with me. And they go through like an NIL compliance office so they can be involved. So it's ways right now to do it. But to me, on the jersey just took it to a whole nother level. It just took it to a whole nother place. All right, y'all, let's go. It's time for the Manhattan Project. Let's turn it up. What you got for us today, Ms. Manhattan?
So I'm back with my mad question asking. I feel like it's been a minute. Let me get it together. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So I've been, TikTok got me. So I have been on TikTok like it's, I don't know, nobody's business. But I found a question for y'all. So what movie line lives in your head rent-free that no one will get?
So I love this question, and I hope we do this question every week because literally there is a plethora of them. But this one, I think half the people know, and then it's like a lot of people to be looking at me like, what are you talking about? But like somebody will use a big word around me, and then I immediately go into you're using a lot of big words right now. Because I don't understand them, I'm gonna take it as a sign of disrespect. Watch your mouth and finish the sale, and nobody get that. No, but if you go back and you watch 40-year-old version Kevin Hart with Rami Malco, they had an interaction right there in the middle of the store because at the 40-year-old version, Steve Carell was working at like a Best Buy type play. It was over a warranty plan, and Kevin Hart was like, "Don't be my Negro, be my nigga." And he was like, "Yeah, now I mean, it is literally one of the most legendary scenes, period." But that's one of my other ones. The other one is, and Kevin heard me say this a couple of times on You Got Next, I'll be like, buttercream, crock, buttercream, nothing touches this body but silk. Anybody know what movie that's from? Oh, that's
from
Rush Hour.
Yes,
with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan were trying to get suited up to go to the Dragon Casino. They went in there. Jeremy Piven was acting like he was a fashion designer. He was like,
Jeremy Piven did this thing on there too. He had Chris Tucker rolling.
He said, "What are you looking for?" He said, Chris Tucker said, "Nothing touches this body but silk." And then he said, buttercream, crock, buttercream. I mean, it is just absolutely hilarious. But Kevin, what are yours, man?
I'm sick and tired of men using love as this. Let me start over. I'm sick and tired of men using love as if it's some disease you just catch. Love should have brought your ass home last night. I know y'all know that one.
Everybody should know that one, though, KT. That was Holly Berry line. That's a game of song and everything.
Well, hey, I came up with quotes. I just came up with in this one. You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Oh, what is that from, Kevin?
From Batman. Christian Bale?
Yeah. Okay, now going back to Boomerang, though, Kevin. It's so many quotables for Boomerang.
It's so many. I just went with that one.
What about this?
Halle Berry for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he said, "Marcus, I be on time most of the time, even when it rains." I say that all the time, and nobody know what I'm talking. I be like, "I be on time most of the time, even when it rains." That's Chris Rock. That's Chris Rock in there. All right, Miss Manhattan. What is your quote? What made you think of this question?
Okay, so I feel like y'all aren't gonna know mine. So it goes. I transferred from Los Angeles. Your school has no gymnastics team. This is the last resort. Yeah, y'all don't know it.
You don't know.
Y'all know it?
What's about the gymnastics movie? Where they were doing the cheerleading.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Yeah. So that
I don't remember that. I don't remember that scene though.
What? That's whenever she's trying out to be a cheerleader. She just came to the school. And they're being rude, and they're like, she did a really good job. And then they tell her to do like this crazy flip or whatever. Yeah, no, you don't remember that scene? No. Okay. And then my other one is I can't say it like he says it, but it's like, that's a nice boulder. Like, oh, that's a really nice boulder, or something he says.
That was a horrible tease up. It's a really nice boulder. Wait, that's something like that. I've never heard of that. That's something
Magic Mike or something? Is that from Magic Mike?
No, it was Shrek. Donkey was talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought that was one of them Tubi joints you've been watching.
No, the Bring It On one is like always, that one always sticks with me forever. So
we have got to remember, Kevin, and for those of you who are 35 years or older that enjoys this show, it's kids right now that's watching this, and they like, "Oh yeah, I remember Shrek and Bring It On." But For those of us who come from Harlem Nights and coming to American Boomerang. Yeah. We're gonna work. You know what? Let's do it again next week when we get Jim and I back, because I think I got a bag full of them. Okay. I love movie quotes. I absolutely love movie quotes. This one is not a quote. I'm gonna leave y'all with this one. Do y'all remember on the Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby left them tickets for his daddy, and he finally got them tickets and turned around and tried to sell them things right there in front of the? Oh my God, that was an absolute tears. All right, y'all. Can I do a Manhattan Project today? Can I do one? All right, cool. Yeah. We just gonna have a good time. Kevin, we got a lot of stuff. We got a Coach's Groove and all that stuff scheduled.
Groove, okay, we'll get the text and everything.
We'll get to that in just 1 second. But Kevin, your Coach's Groove is good. So this one's gonna tease right into Kevin's Coach's Groove perfectly. But I was listening to the radio. Somehow we got a radio at work now, and the DL Hughley show was on. And yesterday, I don't know how this became a huge thing, but apparently a woman and a man went out on a blind date, and the woman shows up to the date and doesn't have a hand. The dude
have an arm.
Oh, an arm. I thought she just didn't have a hand. The dude spazzes out, and she to be more mature. It's just a hand. Kevin, she kept saying this is just a hand. So I think she didn't have a hand. And the dude was like, "No, you should have told me." And I'm talking about, as I sat there doing my work, and I'm listening to it, literally hundreds of callers called in about this thing. And at first I was thinking this can't be that big of an issue, but apparently it is. So I want to ask y'all, if you are planning a date with somebody or you about to meet somebody and they don't tell you they have a hand, is that an issue? Should that be full disclosure before you go on a date with somebody? Kevin, what do you think? Look, now he's trying to be restored. Look, Kevin.
No, I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
Awesome.
When you look at her picture, she was an attractive woman.
I ain't seen a picture, so what's the way I can see the picture? Okay, send that to me after the show.
She's an attractive woman, so I don't think not having a hand would deter anything from me. But
Kevin a freak.
But I know I'm not trying to be politically correct or anything, but I'm like, would the hand not having a hand be something that I need to know in the very beginning? No, you know what? I'm gonna stay away from it. I don't think it would have been a big deal.
All right, what about you, Miss Manhattan? Is not having a hand a real deal?
So I am I am a touchy Philly type person. What is it? The love language of
you need two hands. You need two hands. Look, you know how we say hold my hands? Let me hold your hand.
Take my strong hand.
I'm not going there with y'all. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's funny.
I'm with her though. You need two hands for that.
But you also got to think about, I guess, for me, I wouldn't need to know that before we go on this date, because I do like to ask a lot of questions too. So it's kind of if you tell me before we go on the date, then I don't have nothing to ask you, and you ain't got nothing to tell me, because I want to know why you ain't got no hand.
Yeah, but do you really want your first date to be shrouded in the conversation of you coming with missing limbs? Is that really what you want to discuss on your first date?
Yeah, because I want to know why you ain't got no hand. Just like I want to know why you want to stay in Dallas. Why is Dallas your spot to be at? But it's kind of like when people meet online, you don't know what you're going to get until you see the person. You really don't know
Facts.
How tall the person is, if their breath stinks, if they wear their pants down to their knees. You're not going to know that. And most people are meeting people online these days. So,
I heard an interesting take that I do agree on. There is an interesting take I do agree on, and they were by you not telling me, you do deny me the opportunity to be a good guy, right? Or you deny me the opportunity to show you who I really am, because. If you tell me beforehand, hey, I just want to let you know I'm missing a hand, I hope that don't bother you, I got that opportunity to say, you know what? You do you, girl. You come, we kick it. Your hand ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm bigger than that. I like you for you. I want to kick it with you. I want to meet you. But on the other side, I could be a total penis about it. It'd be like, ooh, you know, and then you wasting a lot of people time with having a wedding on October the 12th in the middle of football season because you knew at the beginning he was a D-bag when you first met him. That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't know. And see, for me, like, I'd rather just meet you without the hand because, hell, you might be the one. Because men with two hands ain't ish. So, I mean.
Oh, so much stuff you can't do without two hands. Oh, my goodness. All right, y'all. Let's go.
With one hand, you can do. Well, go ahead.
Kevin, take us to the Coach's Groove, man. Let's go.
All right. So the Coach's Groove today is it's insane in the membrane. Cypress Hill, and the reason why B. Jones kind of teed it up. Another DL Hughley discussion. A man is going viral after sharing that he is charging his guests for his wedding $450 to attend. He says that they have already spent close to $200,000. So my question to y'all, is he wrong? Or would you go to a wedding if somebody charged you to go to their wedding?
You know what? I'll let you go, Miss Manhattan, because I can't with this dude. I can't. We only got 5 minutes left, and I can't with him. So you go, Miss Manhattan.
Okay, so it's two ways for me. Okay, so let's say it's a destination wedding. So obviously I'm having to pay my portion. And then if I'm in the wedding, I have to pay for like my bridesmaid's dress or Jada's flower girl dress or whatever. So I'm okay with the traveling part of it. Now, and let's say y'all are the guy, y'all are the guy who I know that's getting married and y'all are charging. So let's say y'all, how long have y'all been married? What's the years?
You talking about us personally?
Yeah,
I've been married for 12 years.
Okay.
Mine's going up 17.
Okay, so let's say y'all are about to come up on the 20th anniversary. Y'all want to get remarried, have this huge wedding. Y'all have already spent that amount of money, and then y'all want to charge. I'm going to pay to go because y'all are my people. Now, if y'all are just somebody like I work with, like, and I've only been working with them for like a year, no, I'm not paying that. That's stupid. No.
Let me tell y'all a quick story.
Unless y'all tell me that Odell Beckham is going to be there, then I'm paying double.
So y'all know I create. I'm a busy person. I'm doing a lot, and my wife tell me sometimes I'm doing too much. Like I'm creating business in this voids where just to fill up voids when they don't have to be there. But I mean I got a lot going on. But with that being said, there's a lot of communication that goes on in this house, and I sometimes forget to say stuff. Right? I'll be like, hey, I need to go get this done. It's a Saturday morning, and she like, you never told me that needed to be done. Or whatever. Or a bill need to be paid. And you know what my wife says to me? Your lack of communication and preparation is not my problem. You get what I'm going with that? You decided to run your ass down there and spend $200,000 on a wedding. Your lack of understanding the environment and who I was and what I was willing to do ain't my problem. Yes, you do say that. See, my wife want to be part of the show today, ladies and gentlemen. But my wife want to be part of the show. But no, listen, I'm just saying, if clearly if you spending $200,000 on a wedding, then you got it. Like, I'm assuming your friends got it, but just because you decided to run down there and do that, that ain't on me. So you can just scratch my name off the list. Unless we super got it. I think it's rude and poor taste to invite somebody to your nuptials and expect them to bring you a gift and you're charging them money. So I'm not with that at all.
I'm not paying any kind of money to go to a wedding.
If I'm a millionaire, you would, Kevin. If you had the money, if you had the discretionary money just laying around, you would.
No, because that's your wedding. Why am I paying for your wedding? If you can't afford a wedding, go down to the Justice of the Peace and let's have a mean after party afterward. I'm not paying any money. That's the only wedding I'm paying for or help paying for are my sons. Besides that, I'm not paying to go attend a wedding. I'm giving up my time out of my day, and I gotta pay you to see you say I do. Get on.
And make sure you do it in the spring.
And you better not get a divorce. If you get divorced, I want my money back.
I think we need to do better with the divorces. I think us as a community, you know how we always tell people to mind their business. I think divorces ought to be the one thing that if you was I think going forward, everybody who attends your wedding should attend your divorce. I think
I pay $450. I better at least get $275 back. You got to give me something back. You want your refund, Kevin? I want my wedding refund. Say, you remember I paid $450 to go to that wedding? I need $225 back on that, man. No, I think we need that. I think divorces need to be more public. I think people will stop getting divorced. They'll figure out a way to work through it. But it's always mind your own business. Don't worry about it. That's mine. They going through it, and you don't really know the whole truth. But yet you supported them because really, truly, we responsible for that, man. When you stand in front of God and you support that wedding, He tell you, hey, y'all better start listening to the pastors at these weddings. Y'all better start listening to what He's saying because He gonna tell y'all that y'all as a community are responsible to help this couple stay together.
No, but let me tell you why they're not public, because one or the other is painting them out to be this perfect person, and the other person doesn't want to let the bad show.
Well, I think we should all see that. We should see all the bad. And I guarantee you people will stop getting divorced. They'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to work it out. I'm going to figure this thing out.
No
I don't want to stand in front of my mama and my grandmama and tell everybody that I slept with Buffy the Body and have to come to church with your kids sitting right there on the front row.
Everybody you could have picked. You picked.
He had to.
We were just talking about that at the barbershop. That's the only reason.
He had to make it unrealistic, KT.
Ooh. Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Okay. All right, let's keep on.
All right, y'all. It look like we got y'all. We got about 4 minutes. Kevin, you want to do 2 cards? You want to do 2 cards?
Let's go.
Let's do 2 cards. We're gonna do some trivia again when Gemini comes back. But all right, here we go. What look made Ben Stiller's character in Zoolander famous? I decided I was gonna ratchet it up a little bit. I'm gonna take it up a little bit today, KT. In the movie Zoolander, what was the name of Ben Stiller's character? The look that made Ben Stiller's character in Zoolander famous.
I know it. I don't know it right now, but I know it.
Come on, you got? Can you help him, Miss Manhattan? Y'all a team in this thing.
Yeah, so y'all know Zoolander. Yeah, Zoolander came out after I was born.
Lord have mercy. What's
the first initial?
It's Blue Steel. I'm not giving you no initials. It's Blue Steel.
I already gave up. You just gave me the initials.
I would have missed that one too, Kevin. Just so you know. All right. What song performed by Shaggy spent 2 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100? It wasn't me.
That was too easy.
They got me on the he was the worst cheater ever, by the way. She got me in the shower.
He's even Jamaican. That's the whole thing. He ain't even Jamaican or whatever he's pretending to be.
All right, Kevin, speaking of players turned coaches, who was the head coach of the Phoenix Coyotes from 2005 to 2009? And in my opinion, he might be the greatest. That is absolutely right.
He thought he was going to give me with that. He thought he was going to give me.
I was going to give you a help on that one. I was going to give you some help on that one. All right, y'all. What company sold over $3 billion worth of products in 1991, only to declare bankruptcy a decade later as digital technology became the norm? And I will say this to help y'all out. This is a cross-generational question because this company did make a quasi comeback over the last 7-8 years.
Microsoft?
No.
Microsoft never really went anywhere.
What company? So, and I'll give y'all a hint. It's in the photography industry.
Oh, damn! Is it Canon?
No, Canon ain't never fall off.
Okay, Nikon.
No, Lord.
Kodak.
No.
Polaroid.
Polaroid. All right. Shakira was born in what country? Come on, we got about 1 minute.
Colombia.
Colombia. That is absolutely right. What 2 Canadian actors starred in the romantic comedy The Notebook?
Rachel Adams and Ryan Gosling, right?
That is correct. How many seasons did The Sopranos air on HBO?
9.
And this is a number.
9.
No.
12.
No. 6. y'all was just guessing.
We were guessing together though. We were right on point.
What year was the first iPhone released? And yes, you were old enough, Miss Manhead.
2007.
That is absolutely correct. That is correct. She got that one right. All right. What team did Randy Moss play? What team was Randy Moss playing for when he set the NFL single season record for the most touchdown receptions?
Ooh, was it the?
Yeah, if y'all
Patriots?
It was the Patriots. If y'all would have got the Sopranos, that's 4 out of 5 on one card. Come on, we'll do one more card. Before we get out of here, let me see. These are too hard. You know what? I'm not even gonna do that to y'all. You know what? Let me see here. All right, we'll do this one. We'll do. Here we go. What film series has students experiencing a premonition where they see their death?
Oh, Final Destination.
Final Destination.
She got it right. Look, she helping you out, Katie. Look, she said, oh, look, she rolls up. All right, here we go. Who did Kesha wake up feeling like in 2009? Kesha. Right now, he's not a very liked person here in America, which we'll talk about.
Trump.
Nope. She said, who did Kesha wake up feeling like in 2009?
Was he a president?
No, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. Oh. P. Diddy.
Oh, he does say that.
All right. What does the eliminated contestant not receive on each episode of The Bachelorette?
A rose, isn't it?
That is correct. A rose. All right. Okay. All right. We'll do the last one. PlayStation 2 was released in 2000. In what country was it introduced some 8 months before the United States?
It's either China or Japan.
It is Japan. And I don't like the way y'all are answering 2 questions. So I give y'all both an X and a ding. All right, y'all. My yeet of the week is going to be a simple one again. Like I said, I'm trying to simplify these yeets of the week because there's outstanding performances everywhere. But I think we've been doing this for almost 5 years now. We've seen so many great performances. And yeah, we can celebrate them every week, but I want to try to get down to the human interest pieces, the stories that really mean something to us, because the show is sports, life, and conversation. And this week I caught wind that Naomi Osaka is back on the court. Naomi received that yeet of the week for a phenomenal performance about 3.5-4 years ago when she won the U.S. Open. I think wasn't Kevin 2000. It might have been 2001, but she won a major tournament. We all love Naomi. And then she went through a lot. And this week she is now back on the tennis court and she's caught some momentum. She's winning. She's not just playing. She's back tonight. Naomi, the one we love. In the meantime, while she was taking all that time to take care of herself, she actually had a baby. So now Naomi is playing for a bigger cause with a bigger passion. And personally, I just think it is absolutely phenomenal to see somebody who go through so much. Somebody who I personally I'm not going to say I was ultra critical of, but, you know, I believe that there should be a perspective of competitiveness that we push past some of these mental things. But she stood on it. She stood tall. She said what she had to say. She believed in what she had to believe in, and she did her things her way, and now she is back doing things at a high level, a world-class level. So Naomi Osaka, for being true to yourself, giving the world something amazing, something inspirational, for being extraordinary and elite, you deserve a yeet. Go home, y'all. 2-minute warning. I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all go.
Oh, we're waiting on you to cue the music. That ain't how it works.
My bad. I was gonna get it going. All right, we'll go with you, Miss Manhattan. Give us your 2-minute warning.
Okay. I got 2 shout outs. Shout out to my dog for not barking the whole episode. And then my second shout out to like the Uber drivers, the Lyft drivers, like rideshare. Shout out to them. Like in any city that you're in, you can always count on them. And then the people that deliver like Instacart, GoPuff, those people too. like if you need something, you just get on your little app and they're there in like 20 minutes with all your needs. So shout out to those people because they're just like regular people like us trying to make a living. So I'm just going to shout out everybody. If you do that, shout out to you. And
do you know that there is a story of a former NFL player, Desmond Ridder, who actually started for the Atlanta Falcons? It's a big promotion. He's a dasher now. He is a door dasher. And he got cut recently, and that man started dashing. Me and Kevin, we had a very spirited conversation about this earlier this week. But I don't know. I don't know what to think about. We might have to crack that one open a little bit later. But shout out to all of our dashers and Uber Eats and Go Puffs. Y'all are helping us all be lazy. All right, KT, what you got, man? Who you give me your 2-minute warning to, KT?
To football fans.
Yeah.
Because it's that time of year. So now on Saturdays, through pretty much February?
That's it, through February.
Saturday.
Every week ain't the same, but yeah.
Yeah, but we got football back. So I want to give a shout out to football and, of course, to the young lady that we're honoring on our show, Coach Kara Lawson.
Kara Lawson. That's absolutely right, man. Kevin, you stole it a little bit. Football is back. But I also want to acknowledge we got some major heat coming in Dallas Fort Worth area. If you are here and you listen, you might not be able to afford to go to a Cowboys game on Sunday or to a SMU game on Saturday, but I know you can afford the $15 it take to get to a local high school game. And we got Anna taking on Melissa. That's going to be a big one. Lovejoy at Allen. We got Forney at Frisco, Emerson, DeSoto at Colleyville Heritage, Creekside versus Red Oak, McKinney versus Lake Highlands. I mean, the list goes on and on. Frisco Lone Star at Galena Park, North Shore, South Oak Cliff versus Argyle, Den Guy against Lancaster, Alito versus North Crowley, and I could keep going, but I know we get to the point. But find you a local football game this weekend and get there and enjoy your Friday night while we can. It's yes, it is. It's pretty.
Let me make one correction.
No, go ahead.
DeSoto's playing here. They're playing against a team from Georgia.
Yeah. That's another big one. Big, but they playing on Saturday. So we got a major weekend lined up. So shout out to all of the seniors, all the high school football players. You know what? Next week, Kevin, let's talk a little fantasy. I want to know how everybody fantasy drafts were. You know what? Because I got some fantasy drafts happening this weekend. I'm super excited about it. Don't have an earthly idea. I think I want Breece Hall though this year. I think I really want Breece Hall at least one of my leagues. I at least want Breece Hall in one of my leagues. But I'm gonna try to get it. You know what, Kevin? Shout out to Dalvin Cook. Y'all know Dalvin Cook is a Cowboy, huh? You know what? We ain't got enough time. We were
trying to get him to be a Cowboy last year before he went to the Jets.
Well, they couldn't get Derrick Henry, but they got Dalvin Cook. Yo, Kara Lawson, we love you. We appreciate everybody for watching this Wednesday Night Live with Sports Life Talk Crew. We will be back next Wednesday. We're going to talk some fantasy football. We'll talk some results from high school football, and we're just going to have a good time. I feel like we need to do some more trivia. I'm liking trivia on the episode, and I got plenty of more trivia
and movie quotes. Let's go.
Trivia and movie quotes is coming. We're going to have some more crazy takes in the Manhattan Project, but we love y'all. We can't do this without y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Be here or be square next Wednesday night, 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe. Hey, share. Let's go. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next Wednesday night.
You already know what time it is, Sports Life Talk, and if you didn't know, you didn't set your reminder. You need to set your reminder, man. Sports Life Talk through your speakers and your headphones. Get to know the name and let your friends know. Ask who's got their game on lock, like a chain around a box, no bento. Legos in the end zone, building on a height from the scoreboard that we're adding to. Consistent with the content on a whole different magnitude. Working front to back like a lateral pass, and the attitude matches the aptitude. That's why we're glad to do Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah. Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah.